Morning guys, welcome to Up the Reds. This is my match review of Millwall 1, Barnsley 2 from Saturday. The first away win, thank God for that. It's been a long time coming. First of all, we'll start with the team news. The team was Radlinger in goal, Jordan Williams, Clark Oduor continued at left back, Mads Anderson and Bambo Diaby centre backs. Arpo Harm came in for Kenny Dougal. We're not sure why Kenny was out. Maybe he can't play too many games in a week. I don't know. It's been a busy Christmas period. But Arpo Harm came back in to sit in midfield. Mike Barra, Alex Mowat and Collie Woodrow in the diamond in midfield. And Jacob Brown and Connor Chapman up front. We went into the game buoyant after good performances recently. You can see the team's gelling a bit more now. We look a bit more stable. But Millwall are a good side and we knew it was going to be a tough game. They came in off the back of a 6-match unbeaten run. And the first half was quite poor. Both sides struggling to make an impact. And after that, it was very to and fro. Actually, Barnsley had a very slow start. I thought it would go. This didn't look very good today. But we hung in there. Keeper made some good saves. It was a bit airy-scary in defence for a while. But, you know, we got the goal and it was a great goal. The ball was played down the left. Jacob Brown looked like he was going to come inside, twisted and turn on the outside, which is a move he's been doing a lot recently. Did that a lot against Queen's Park Rangers and Hull. And he seems to have the beating of a lot of players now. Skipped away down the left and a lovely ball in, and Connor Chaplin had a swing at it. And it goes right in the top corner. Keeper just watches it go in. Fantastic goal. And it's just before half time. Perfect time to score. And you're thinking to yourself, if we play like that and get in front, we're onto something here. Finally, we're finally onto something. It was an even half, but you know, you take the 1-0 and you're going 1-0 up, and it gives you something to defend and something to build upon. And we have a good counter-attacking side. But obviously we knew that the pressure was going to come from Millwall. Tom Bradshaw had a couple of chances in that half as well. But all in all, it was quite ineffective. He didn't really get involved in the game, but that's not the kind of player he is, I guess. So, second half, I thought we started amazing in the second half. We were all over them. Great chances, good football. Jacob Brown had a good volley, which probably should have done slightly better with. He didn't really get hold of it 100%, but the keeper made a good save. Alex Mowat had a good strike coming in from the right, dipping, swerving. Keeper parried it. Didn't quite fall to Woodrow, but you know, it was a very positive start. Millwall had to make changes. They brought on Matt Smith, when they bring somebody like Matt Smith on, you know exactly what they're going to do from that point. It's going to be quite direct. And unfortunately, with about 5 minutes left, a ball came in from the side. Just hung up in the air. We didn't deal with it. Matt Smith got the header down, and Aidan O'Brien poked it in past Radlinger, who I think was a bit flat-footed. I don't really blame Radlinger for that, to be fair. It's a tactic that, you know, they've obviously worked on. It was tough to defend against. Probably the second ball against O'Brien should have been defended slightly better. But, you know, we're splitting hairs. And the ball went in. You're thinking, here we go again. Can we hold on for the draw? Are we going to concede and is it going to be 2-1 to Millwall? But all credit to the lads. They sucked it up and they were positive. We got a couple of set pieces and it looked as though we might sneak something, but then Millwall countered. Jed Wallace got the ball on the left. Jed Wallace was very lucky as well to still be on that field after a blatant stamp on Mowat. And to be fair, the referee got that all wrong, because it's not like he didn't see it. He booked him, so he's obviously seen the incident, and for some reason it's not a red. And you know, I remember Jacob Brown getting sent off for something like that last season. And the inconsistency of referees is just pitiful. But kind of a bit of karma came with there, because on the break, Jed Wallace lost the ball to the busy Luke Thomas, who just leaned in on his left, put a great ball in, and Patrick Schmidt, who probably not touched the ball very much, just flew in with an header. Fantastic goal. You know, Patrick Schmidt is one of these players who probably doesn't get involved in the game as well, a little bit like a Bradshaw. But boy, he knows where the net is. You stick him at under-23s, he scores, you bring him on. He's a nuisance. He's a nuisance, and his movement's really good. If you watch him, his movement is excellent. Forwards, backwards. He knows how to get in and out of defenders. A great option to bring on, and well done to Patrick. Pleased for him after his injury problems, and I wasn't sure that Stendhal actually wanted to use him at all, to be fair. But he could be a good impact player for us, and you know, as he grows and he becomes stronger, he could get in that first team, no problem. But I thought it was an excellent all-round performance. We dug in, we got the result. Special mentions for Clark Odua, who was absolutely brilliant at left back. He's very calm in possession, technically very good. You don't feel worried when he's got the ball. That's a big deal, because our fullbacks, you feel a bit like, who's got the ball, what's he going to do with this? But he's very clever. I think he works well with Mowat. I think he knows Mowat from Leeds as well. There's a good link between them, and his head was always up, and also with Arpo as well in midfield. He always had an option, and he looks up. He's not. I like him. Strong, physical, positionally better than we've had. Even though I like Williams, I think he's positionally better than Williams, and intelligent as well. If you watch his the way he moves around, the way he passes the ball, intelligent. So long may that continue. He's only a young lad, but he's 20, so he's not that young compared to some of the lads we've got. He's good to go for me. I would play him again against West Brom. And you know, the prospect. You know, we love young players here, don't we? That's the remit, and he certainly fits the remit. So long may that continue. Other performances, I thought Arpo Halm in centre midfield was very good again. You know, he's a big lad, but he's got a good turning circle. He's quick. He's also intelligent. Plays the simple ball as well. Lets other people do what they need to do. Brilliant. Let's also in set piece situations, it's good to have a CDM who's 6'5", because you can just drop in and help out with the set pieces. So it's all good. It's all good, and you can see that, you know, we're still a couple of players off. I think Mads Anderson's improved a lot, but he's still a bit. He makes me a bit nervous, as does Bambo. But I think we need one centre back to bring those two guys on in there, and also Jordan Williams did very well. But I've said before in videos, he has one good game and 3 bad. So I hope I really hope it continues and he develops better, quicker. But we'll see what happens. I'm assuming he will play against West Brom, and that'll be a big test against people like Matt Phillips. So, great result and 10 points. We've doubled his points tally in the last 3-4 weeks, which is unreal. Struber's certainly making an impact. I think his formation's good. It suits all the players. We've got good impact from the bench. Everything's rosy at the moment. 1 point from safety now. You wouldn't have said that a few weeks ago, and I'm sure we're all looking towards Christmas thinking we're going to be nearly down at Christmas, but we're not, and we're still in with a chance now, and we are in touch going into the January transfer window, so hopefully we can attract some players that we need, because I don't think we're not far off. You know, if the individual errors stop, and there weren't many at the weekend, we've got a result, we've got the win, so all good for me. I'm happy, and the lads are trying. They're all trying hard. You know, you can't say. Look at the reactions after the Smith's goal. You know, Bambo's, he might not be the best player, but his heart's in Barnsley at the moment. Jacob Brown, absolutely, his effort is unreal. Chaplin, you know, you can't say none of them are trying, because they are, and I'm sure as a Barnsley fan, that's all you can ask for. So we go to the West Brom game now on Boxing Day. That's a tough test considering the form we're now in. It'll be an interesting test to see how far we've come. You've got to say West Brom are massive favourites. It's top versus third bottom, but you know, in the Championship things sometimes don't work like that. So I'm optimistic it'll be a great game. I'm not optimistic we'll get a win, but I think we can hurt them, and I think we've got the players to unlock that defence as we showed at the Hawthorns. So I think it's going to be a cracker. I managed to get down with my lad again. I'm sat in the Ponty end. Can't wait. I think it's going to be a good atmosphere. I think West Brom have brought at least 4,000 tickets at the moment, and still selling some today. and it's always a good game against West Brom. I've been to some beauties in the past. I remember a 3-2 about 10-15 years ago. There's been all great games with West Brom, always has been, and because they're an open attacking side, and we're an open counter attacking side. So, but put your fiver on 0-0 in case I've made a mess of that prediction. But I think there'll be goals. I'll take a 3-2 for Barnsley. Probably more sensible would be like a 2-2 draw, 1-1 draw. But whatever. I think this is a free hit now. We've won bonus points for me for the last few games. I didn't think we'd be in this position, so we can go there. We can go out at Oatwell tomorrow on Boxing Day and play with the freedom and see if we can hurt them, because, they're just 11 men at the end of the day, as are we. But I think we've shown a lot of hunger, and you can win games with hunger. So we'll see what happens. West Brom, last game they got a 1-1 draw at home. They have drawn a few at home, but they are a very good side, and they play good football, and they've got top-end championship quality players. Matt Phillips is one I've already mentioned, Charlie Austin. They're a good side, so they're going to have a lot of know-how. But if we can get in about them, get us foot in them, there's no reason why we can't come out with a result. So I will leave it there, and I hope everybody has a really nice Christmas, and hopefully we have a really good New Year with the Reds. We've got West Brom and then Swansea, and then the televised game against Derby. So I'll be back on Friday, Saturday time with a match review of the West Brom game. So have a nice time, people, and up the Reds.